Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. I am the One Piece Nerd, following up my series on the Yonko crew and their flaws. So, I hope you guys checked out the last video about what's up with BlackBeard, what's he up to. So today it's not about that, it's more about his crew. Just as usual, the same I did with Big Mom Pirates and the Beast Pirates. So when it comes to BlackBeard, we don't have as much of an idea. When we look at Big Mom and Kaido, we know a lot about them. Actually, we know everything about them at this point, but we know very little about BlackBeard. Although Shanks is way more in the unknown when it comes to the crew, but that's for the next video. So for BlackBeard, I've talked about it in the last video. You've seen other people talking about it, that Luffy and BlackBeard has this parallel journey where they literally come to the same point, but with very different methods. The same could be said about their crew. So, I'm gonna start off with Jaya, because Jaya is the first time we met Blackbeard, the first time we saw his introduction, first time we've seen him with his crew. So, at Jaya, Blackbeard had 4 members. Blackbeard himself, Jesus Burgess, Doc Q, and Lafitte. Those were the 4 members we knew back then, whereas Luffy had 5. Yeah, Luffy had 5. So, it could be said that Blackbeard recruited them on the basis of they knew each other somehow. We're not exactly sure how they came aboard, but I speculate it's not as influencing as Luffy's, because every single time Luffy had a crew member, it was one way or the other how Luffy sort of influenced them and made him join the crew because they had the same ambition. Same could be said for everyone in the crew, but not for Blackbeard, because we don't know about that yet. We could speculate, yes, maybe Blackbeard influenced them one way or the other, whether through his dreams or whether through his power. He did it somehow for the initial crew. But what happens next is the thing I wanted to focus on. So, in order to discuss Blackbeard's flaws, we need to understand how he actually got the crew. By the time we reach Impel Down, he is still stuck with the same crew of 4 members, sorry, my bad, with 4 members, and that is all we had. Whereas Luffy at that point had made, I think, 8 crew members? Sorry, I'm so bad at maths. So at that point, Luffy was still ahead, but in Impel Down is where the difference was catastrophic. In Impel Down, he went to level 6, he went to level 5, he let go of every single prisoner by using his warlord powers, he infiltrated Impel Down, destroyed almost everyone, fought Magellan. Magellan couldn't do it because he's drawbacks. And then we see Blackbeard basically getting Shiryu, Carolina Devon, and Pizarro and everyone else there. That's how Simon Wolf, and that's how he got the rest of the crew. So, as you can see, that was very quick. What he did there was very quick. All he did was show that he had powers, and he made everyone fight, and that's how. And the sole motivation of why they joined Blackbeard's crew is because they let go of the prisoners in Impel Down. They were grateful, and they've seen Blackbeard's enormous power with his fruits and everything, his plans maybe a little bit. And that's how his crew was formed. It's not through influencing by the same goal or influencing by being a good person. It's more about influencing by literally taking advantage of their circumstances. So that's how he formed the crew. So if you think about it, it could be said that they don't have much trust in each other. It's a possibility. When you're making a crew like that, there is always a downside of the crew betraying you at some point. I'm not saying they will, I'm saying they might. It's sort of the same case with Kaido that I've talked about in the last video. It's sort of the same case with Kaido, where both of them are sort of the same. Kaido influences his crew by breaking their will. Blackbeard influences them by being strong and taking advantage of the circumstances and showing off his powers. It's not through, influencing them through your words or through your actions in a very good way, in a very good light. For example, Luffy. When we see post time skip after Luffy gets out of Fishman Island, Punk has already got to see what Blackbeard's up to. Then we see he had the 10 Titanic captains, he had this huge fleet under his belt, and Luffy only had his crew. Luffy made his grand fleet after influencing people of Dressrosa by helping them. Yes, that could also be said by taking advantage, but Luffy never wanted it to begin with. People in the Grand Fleet decided to do this whole Grand Fleet thing because they felt like they were in debt to Luffy. Luffy never wanted this. So Luffy's done a lot of hard work when it comes to gathering his crew, whereas Blackbeard just did it out of circumstances. Yes, he used his brain. It was very strategic, it was very calculated, but Luffy had it way harder. He fought Doflamingo, freed Dressrosa, went to the Colosseum, saved Ace's Devil Fruit, met Sabo, and then everyone over there where people who were defeated became toys because of sugar. Luffy helped them, Usopp did. Alright, Usopp did, and then Luffy fought hell fighting Doflamingo, and everyone was in debt to Luffy, one way or the other. And then we found the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. It was very hard for him. And everyone knows Luffy is a good person at heart. He saved Dressrosa in front of everyone, saved everyone else, without saving his own skin first. So my point being is, he also, the same way he influenced his crew members to join his crew, it's sort of the same way he allowed himself to build the Grand Fleet, which he had no interest in. So, from this point, we could see, okay, the Grand Fleet might betray Luffy if things comes to worse, but really, not really. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen with Luffy. It hasn't happened so far. I don't think it'll ever happen. But with Blackbeard, I think it can happen. Because it's the same way it's been said before. Other than the first 4 crew members. First 3? Yeah, other than the first 3 crew members of Blackbeard, everyone else sort of got influenced by his powers. Once he's defeated, once he's dead perhaps, I don't think any of the crew would be there to save him or, follow up on his dreams the same way Kaido did. Like, the same way I talked about Kaido. Sort of the same deal. That's their flaw. They're not built on trust, they're built on power. They're built on power, they're built on influence, they're built on dreams only. And that's not gonna take you there. That is literally not gonna take you there. And it's up to you guys to decide. I don't know what Oda's planning, but I just wanted to highlight out something that I've sort of understood so far. People in the Blackbeard's crew are only there because of Blackbeard's power, and they get the Devil Fruits. Blackbeard's looking for Devil Fruits to become strong. People, by staying in Blackbeard's crew, could become powerful with the new Devil Fruits. And for the rest of them who doesn't get the Devil Fruits, they're under the influence of a Yonko who has enormous power, who could do whatever they want. Sort of with Brownbeard in that place where the revolutionaries came in and saved the town. Sort of the same deal there. So it's only on power status. I'm gonna bring up Whitebeard, Shanks, not really Shanks because we don't know much about Shanks. I'm gonna bring up Whitebeard and Luffy every single time I mention Blackbeard because when it comes to their crew, because Whitebeard also had a huge fleet, but they were all individual pirates who just went under Whitebeard's name as a flag because they liked Whitebeard, because of what he did, because of the relationship he's built. Blackbeard is not the same case, and I believe that the fundamental flaw by doing this is the fact that there is less trust between the crew. If something goes wrong, maybe Shiryu, Jesus Burgess, they have leadership roles. Not, for example, the Big Bomb Pirates, where they have no one else to take care of if Big Bomb is gone. Sort of the same with every other crew. They might have other influential leaders, my bad, I'm stuttering because I'm so excited. They might have it, but they don't have the trust, the fundamental core, the fundamental trust that is needed for the success of the whole crew. Yes, over there, Blackbeard may be the strongest, but he's not the one person who only has all the power. Everyone else has powers as well, but if the head falls, everything falls along with it. It's been seen throughout so far of the Yonko saga. I think we're gonna see the same of Blackbeard. Maybe not with Shanks, because I'll come to that in the next video. And that is how I want to conclude my video, by saying that it's sort of under the same line. If I'm looking for other fundamental flaws, I can't really find anything, because they're insanely strong. They're insanely strong. They have the 10 Titanic captains, which means all of them are leaders of themselves, even if Blackbeard is not present. If he's still alive and fighting, everyone else can take charge and do their own thing, and leadership role can be taken and they can complete an operation. But as to the strength of the crew, as to the trust, as to the willpower to believe in the captain and to believe in the crew itself, I don't think that's there, and that's going to be the downfall of Blackbeard. Not Blackbeard himself, but the whole crew. There will be a point, I believe, where the Straw Hats will take care of Blackbeard. Luffy defeats Blackbeard and the rest of the Blackbeard crew has to run away, and that will be the end of it. That is my video for today. I hope you guys liked it. See you all next time. Peace.